research. We do a lot of, again, meat-related research. And a lot of the research that we do is basic in nature, meaning that we're trying to find genes and mechanisms that improve meat quality, that improve growth and development, efficiency, all of those things. But then we also do some things that are very applied, making sure that the information translates to the bottom dollar or the practices on the farm or the things that the producer needs. And so one of the grants that we currently have funded is what we call Farm to Freezer. And this is an immersive train-the-trainer program for extension agents, producers, and processors in the Southeast farm direct beef and goat industry. So basically, when as a result of COVID, there was about $1 billion that was given out to expand, because of that bottleneck I showed you. There was about $1 billion that was given out to expand meat and poultry capacity in the U.S., processing capacity. And what that led to was those empty shelves led everybody to think, you know what, I'm gonna go build me a meat processing plant, because if I can't go buy it at Walmart, then I'm just gonna make my own meat and I'm gonna kill it at home. And so we had all these little small brick and mortar plants pop up, right? But a lot of those folks didn't know the first thing about meat processing, right? They didn't realize that they were gonna have to be the owner, the operator, the cleaner, right? They thought that these things are easy, right? And again, if they were easy and that profitable, trust me, somebody would have done it before. It wouldn't have took COVID to expose that, right? And so what we've learned is that producers and processors don't not necessarily always speak the same language, right? At Mississippi State, I ran our meat lab there, and I would have producers come to me, and they would drop off first of all, they called me on the phone. They said, I got a beef I want to harvest. And I said, all right, how big is it? And you'd be surprised, but every beef cow in Mississippi is 1,500 pounds on the phone. That's just, I guess people look out the window and say, yeah, he looked about 1,500 pounds. Because every single one, they would say he's 1,500 pounds. Then they bring him to the plant, and every single time I'd be like, that cow's 900 pounds, right? Then they'll come across my scale and be 901. So I'd be off by 1 pound, right? But the cows will come in there, and then once I tell them, like, look, it's only 900 pounds, they come, I kill it, harvest it. You know, I take the head off, the feet off, the hide off, take the guts out, age it, cut it up. They want lean ground beef, so I take all the fat off of it, and then they come ready to pick up the meat, and they come with a big refrigerator truck, and I'm like, all you need is a couple coolers in the back of your truck, because you got 300 pounds of meat. 300 pounds, Dr. Burnett, you done stole my meat. I said, no, ma'am, I did not steal your meat. Let's do the math, right? Because again, they think 900 pounds coming in is 900 pounds going out. And again, by the time you harvest that animal, you only got 65% of what you started with. So if you brought me a 1,000-pound animal, by the time I hang it up and push it into the cooler, it's 650 pounds. Then if I debone it, you don't want any bone-in chuck roast or anything like that. So all the bones, that's going away, right? Then you want your fat taken away because you want lean ground beef, right? And so by the time I do all that, again, that 900 can turn into 250, 300 real quick, right? And so again, there's a gap in that. And so again, we got a grant literally to train extension agents, to bring producers in, to bring processors in, and try to develop a common language so that those producers and processors have a chance to be successful. Because the last thing we want for them to do is, if they don't talk to each other, then neither one of them is going to succeed. The producer don't have nowhere to send his cattle, and the processors don't have no business, right? Because it's a volume-based business, right? So we had that funded, and to try to help mend those, that different language.